My name is Nathan Duguid. I want to tell you a little bit about this project that we call #RCROWNS. RCROWNS is a project whose mission is to highlight Black hairstyles, hair histories, the political significance of Black hair and Black expression, and several other things that are keeping us from being our true selves. So RCROWNS is really this smorgasbord of things, but at its core, the purpose of this project, right, is to explore how photography, film, digital media as a whole, social media, and creative, restorative storytelling can bring about reparations, can bring about real restorative justice, especially for young people. And so in this project, we've had a bunch of volunteers from Rutgers University, Newark. We've had some help from a bunch of organizations to put this together and show you a look into our crowns.
Whatever is on my head is the attitude that I carry throughout my day, to be honest. When I feel like my hair is not done good enough or my edge is not done, I tend to have a little, just a little cloudy day. But when my edges are laid and my hair is done, everything, just a little, ooh. And that's something that's very important to me, that when I walk in a room, that you could sense my presence. I do believe that different hairstyles carry different weight, but at the same time, it's all about who's behind it. If you could rock it with confidence, then you're gonna take up space. But if you're more, say, my hair is in an afro, I'm kind of shy, I don't know if the audience is right for it, then you won't take up space. You have to own your hair.
Looking around me at my, mostly white peers, I knew that it was just me. I was like the only one special, stood out.
My hair was never a gender thing. My hair was just an Ezron thing. Like, I didn't see myself as trying to be a girl or like a girly girl or anything in that aspect with me growing my hair. I just honestly just wanted my hair to grow out. So I think there's definitely a correlation between the two, because I know a couple other people can definitely relate to it. But I know for me, it wasn't a gender thing. It was just more of like, I just wanted to grow my hair out and I just wanted long hair. I'm going to school in Guyana. Everybody had the bald look. So I had the bald look up until I was about 10 or 11. And I definitely got into more of my rebellious phase after that and wanted to like really grow my hair out, because the staple of a low cut is very much like a Caribbean staple. And the idea of growing your hair out, maybe sometimes having dreads or locks or like long hair, isn't something that we typically do, but it's something that I always gravitated towards growing up. So in middle school, when I finally like had a little bit more freedom to choose different hairstyle and everything, I started to, get I did the mohawk, did the fro hog, did the flat top, just different hairstyles. And definitely in middle school, I started to get a lot more compliment on my hair. And I was like, you know what? I definitely want to grow this out a little bit more.
While I was living in the Dominican Republic, my family always kept my hair in very child-appropriate hairstyles. My hair was always done. It was always very beautiful. It was always very decorated, always with bobos or clips or any type of accessory. So when I got to the United States and I didn't have my family to support me and, do my hair, my mom had to take me to the hair salons a lot, and it was always straightening my hair. I was always, heat damaging my hair, and it took me a long time to stop going to the hair salon and revert back to my natural state and then start doing natural hairstyles. So ironically, even though Dominicans have that culture about pelo malo or, straightening your hair salon is a big culture in DR, and it's a big part of like the economy. So that's just part of the Dominican Republic in general. But I feel like living in DR, my hair was the healthiest it ever was. And then when I got here, that's when I started straightening it, because that was just what was more manageable.
I don't want to deem anything as negative. I just believe that the person that chooses to do a hairstyle, they have the right to do that hairstyle, and it shouldn't be viewed as negative. Like if a Black woman decides to wear a wig or whatever she decides to do with her hair, that's her business, okay? So I'm just against like the negative, like, oh, you should have did this, oh, you should have did that. Like, it's her hair, let her be.
I think it could have a negative outcome when you continue to straighten your hair, but when I have learned about what's right for my hair and how to treat my hair texture and everything, I took the negative and turned it into a positive thing for me. And
hair in our culture and our family, that's like our love language. I learned to do hair for my sister. I learned to do hair for myself. That was my biggest form of self-love. Even like with my friends, that's the way that I show my friends that I love them, that I care about them. The people that I'm around them, I'm always doing their hair. That's just my way of like showing love to my sister, showing her to love her hair. For a long time, I didn't love my hair because I didn't know how to embrace it.
One time when I was like younger in middle school, where I was getting it done for like our junior prom, I believe. And I had friends that had different hair textures, looser hair textures. And when they were getting their hair done at the salon, like they were more attended to and whatnot. But then when it was time to do my hair, like the hairdresser straight up told me like, you're not meant to be natural.
People like believing that my hair is a wig, it makes me feel like tartaned, but also like, I think it's really funny because it's not. They'll always like ask multiple times, or like even if I show them, like I'll pull my hair back, show them the front of my hair, they'll be like, oh, okay, like that's when they'll finally accept it. It feels weird, and it also kind of feels like a bit of colorism there, just because it's like, if I was a different kind of person, if I was maybe a little bit lighter, whatever the case may be, that wouldn't be the general assumption, but it's kind of always just assumed. And then like once I clarify, then it's like, oh, okay, well your hair is so nice. It also just feels like it's not like a genuine compliment. Like a lot of the times when people compliment me on my natural hair, they'll be like, oh, like I like your wig. There has been so many instances, whether it be like social media, in person, where I see like Black women having like their hair snatched, their braids, something that is like a part of them is being like taken from them without their permission, without their consent. And it's kind of just like a violation on like another different level, I feel, because not only are you like disrespecting them in their personhood and like it's basically assault, you're also just like disrespecting the time that they took to do their hair, you're disrespecting like their self-expression, just like everything. I feel like it's kind of like the most disrespectful thing you could do. And it's something that people kind of go out of their way to make a joke or funny.
Yeah, so that specific moment was my Spanish teacher. She decided to walk over in the middle of the lunch table and grab my hair and start complimenting it. And that's what I really clicked for me, that I was something different. She couldn't like fathom what was on my head. She couldn't fathom that like the curls were coming out of something and looking so beautiful in the morning.
As a Jamaican Christian, let me add the Christian to it. My parents are very much, your hair needs to be tamed, you know? So, for example, when I was younger, you know, the 2 puffs that you always do, my sister's like, oh, that's a bird's nest, girl. You need to make sure that's fixed properly. You need to make sure that's tamed. And so growing up, I've been, I don't want to say systemized, but I've been kind of programmed to say, okay, I need to make sure that my hair is tamed. If the afro is too much or too loud, listen, I gotta put some water in it to put it down. And it does affect me, you know, as my going professional worlds in a corporate America. I just have to learn that, listen, show up as who you are, don't dim my Blackness. I should be okay with my hair in an afro. I should be okay with 2 puffs.
It's kind of like a dual effect, because it's like, you know, I'm a senior, and I'm in computer science. Computer science is mostly white, Indian, Asian. It's not very Black. So in the field that I'm in my specific age, it's at an impasse where it's like I have to go into like the workforce. And it's kind of a battle where it's like a lot of people around me are cutting their hair, they're cutting their braids, they're cutting their dreads. But I don't want to do that, because the story behind my hair, the story of how I came to be to where I'm accepting my hairstyle, the story of me keeping these cornrows in, and kind of being excised from my family as a result of me kind of switching over and accepting the African American culture that's cultivated me since I was a kid. It helps me learn, it helps me accept day by day, but at the same time, we're still in America. And you know, me having do-rag on is gonna get me profiled wherever I go. So it's like I'm learning, I'm still learning, but I would say where I'm at right now, it's definitely accepting.
Ever since that moment, I really just been trying to wear it out as big as possible. I want people to know, I want people to walk in the room and be like, oh shoot, who's that guy over there? I want them to see me.
It's okay that, you know, it's the curls a little nappy and not like fully much curly and just sits. It's okay if I gotta put treatment in my hair for it to be so cutesy that I want it to be. But I'm not at that stage yet, but slowly I'm learning that it's okay to wear that afro to work. It's okay to have my hair out. it's okay to just rock some jail braids. It's okay.
I think understanding the historical context allows you to like not be tricked. You know, like there's instances where it's like people told me to take my hair out. People told me, you know, you got naps, you got this, you got that. They would just kind of, and this is family I'm talking about. This isn't even just people outside. And these people, by the way of their comments, me being young, you know, it might have affected me to change my hairstyle and do this and do that. But, you know, through me understanding the history of like where these hairstyles come from, knowing that it comes from the very countries that these people are talking to me, where they come from, it's coming from the same places. It kind of makes me understand that it's hypocritical and understand that I can't take what they say as like the actual truth. And I had to do my own research in order to, you know, better prep myself as I go into the future.